Good morning, everyone. This is SOURCECODEX, aka Jazz Fusion Guy, here again with my semi-monthly. What have I been buying? What have I been shopping for? What have I scored? And of course, I buy a lot of stuff for my own consumption. And when I find stuff that's pretty rare that I already have that I think somebody out there, especially people watching my channel, might be interested in, I go ahead and buy that stuff and list it. I buy rare stuff from um, all over North America and a lot from Japan and a lot of rare stuff from South Korea and have them imported here for resale. So let's get down to it. Oh, and the phrase for today is thanks for using your turn signal, you freaking idiot. Okay, now that that's out of my system. All right. Of course, we've got a Mahavishnu Orchestra, 1972, Boston Symphony Hall. Now, a lot of Mahavishnu Orchestra is coming out not as bootlegs, but as official releases, I guess, and they're showing up on eBay, Amazon, and places like that. So that's pretty, I think, unusual that these rare concerts are coming out. Okay, from South Korea, I picked up this interesting collection, a pyrotechnical genius at the, I can't read it, doesn't matter. Anyway, they were in Osaka, Japan. Mike Portnoy, Billy Sheehan, Tony McAlpine, and Derek Sherinian. I was only interested in listening to McAlpine and Sherinian jamming. That's usually pretty good. That's like half of Planet X. Okay, something else I came across. This is brand new, and I'm going to put a link up because I'm going to have this for sale. But I have a copy that I kept for myself. It was described in the Japanese listing as sounding like Allan Holdsworth. So I took a risk and bought it. Well, it doesn't sound like Allan Holdsworth. He sounds more like early Larry Coryell mixed with Bill Frisell and Mark Wingfield. And just interesting angular jazz, electric jazz guitar. And this guy is based out of Argentina, and it's very hard to buy this in a physical copy. So check out the links below the video, and you will find out where to buy it. Okay, from Japan, I picked up UK at Painter's Mill. That's a good one for the collection. Then return to Forever, Philharmonic Hall, 1973. And of course, I buy this stuff because Bill Connors is on guitar. Love Bill Connors. Okay, here's out of Japan. Mahavishnu Orchestra. This bootleg is called Irish Streams. And I did not pay 3,000 yen. Okay. Another new and sealed is Soft Machine, the BBC Radio Collection, 1971 to 74. All right, what else? Steve Hillage, the LA Forum, in 77. Pick this up off of Amazon. I'm looking forward to listening to this 2 CD release. Now, I came across a rather rare bootleg. This is Steve Hillage in Gong Gogalong. God, where do they get these names? I have no idea. But this is on the Oh Boy label. And I bought this on eBay of all places. A guy in Israel was selling it. And we worked out and agreed on price, and I snapped it up. I listened to it first on a blogger website, and I thought, yep, I'm buying that. Okay, any of you out there, have you ever heard of Proteus Infinite Change? Well, this is finally on CD after a long wait. I believe it just came out on CD a few months ago here in 2024. Proteus Infinite Change. This was a American group doing a mix of progressive rock and fusion. Well worth looking for it. All right, moving right along. These are older releases by Scott Henderson, Vibe Station, People Mover, and I thought, you know, this would be worth having. So I snapped those up too. Now, in the progressive rock vein, Anthony Phillips, he's related to the group Genesis from way back. This is his release, Slow Waves, Soft Stars. A lot of nice synthesizer work, really nice acoustic guitar work, and I believe some electric guitar on there as well. Pick this up for a song. Now, those of you that are into prog rock, especially synthesizer-driven prog rock, the Canadian band FM put out a release called Black Noise. Now, that was an amazing release. I actually saw the guys live in Washington, D.C. when they were on tour at the Cellar Door, a little intimate club on M Street. And you know, the funny thing was, my friend and I were sitting up in the balcony waiting for FM to come on, and we were being brutalized by a truly awful stand-up comedian. And we turned around and looked at each other complaining, and then we looked at these guys sitting behind us and said, this guy really blows, doesn't he? And they were like, oh, definitely. Well, much to our surprise, when the MC there at the club said, and now FM, Canadian Space Rock, come on. The guys behind us got up and went down on the stage. It was a dark place, and we didn't even recognize Cameron Hawke and Ben Mink and the rest of them. Deller, I don't know. It was an incredible show. Just a little funny story, how we sat with FM and didn't even know who they were. Now, a lot of you know I am an ambient music artist myself, and Sam at the Project label sent me the Adelayan/Steve Roach Parallels. I bought it early before it hit the street. I may or not do a review, but this is so good. This is one of the best things Roach has put out in a while. It is a 2 CD release. And I think it just came out in July. Yes, July 19th. Okay, also related to the Project label is this one-man group called Soul Whirring Elsewhere or something like that. It's very, very odd name. Yeah, Soul Whirling somewhere. Well, he's recommended. Look him up. A very unique synthesizer work and very unique guitar voicings. Just excellent stuff. And also by him, and these are really hard to find in CD format. Here's this release as well. Oh, let's see, what is the name of the thing? I never can read graphics anymore. Eating the Sea. Okay, whatever. Artists like to be really unique in their labeling. Now, also, I was sent this CD to review, and it's a group out of Scandinavia called Psychophant, and they are progressive rock. So we'll have a listen to that later. Never got around to it. And also sent to me is a group, progressive rock group, and Circuline is their name. So we will have a listen to this self-titled release at another time. Okay, as far as stuff that I bought for resale, and I will put the links up to these. UK, the first UK tour, 1978. Why am I selling this? I accidentally bought it twice on a different label with a different cover, same venue. So that's going up for sale. And UK, original master in London, the Rainbow Theatre in 1978. And here's the accidental, whoops, I've already got that. But I decided to keep this one. I like the packaging better. And the first UK tour one was also repackaged, rebranded as Newcastle 1978. And I decided to keep this guy. And as I mentioned before, yes, this Dario Iscaro trio out of Argentina, he is for sale. Now here's a super rarity. This is a Japanese edition of Players with Levitz, Berlin, Smith, and of course Scott Henderson. Yes, folks, and it comes with those high-in-demand Obi strips. Why people want an Obi strip, I got no clue, but they're really into them. I'll open this one later. And yeah, I've got yet another Players version as well. It'll be up for sale. I'll have it listed. And then out of Poland, I bought yet another copy of a deluxe copy of Chad Wackerman's Dreams, Nightmares, and Improvisations. If you've never heard of this one and never heard Holdsworth playing on this one, he really stretches and plays in ways quite unique to his usual style. Still wonderful, but you need to hear this. All right, the last CD that I bought for sale, still in the packaging. Let's get it out. Again, this came from Japan. This is Jazz Explosion Superband with Allan Holdsworth. Goodbye Pork Pie Hat. Okay. And there's all the listings here of the tracks. It's 2 CD release and the guys playing. Clarke, Holdsworth, Steve Smith, Brecker, and some guy named Wright. So those are the ones that are for sale. Okay, now I like to find favorite recordings of mine, and then I search best recording ever done of a certain piece of music. And Shostakovich Symphony No. 5, the Leningrad Philharmonic Orchestra, help me Lord, pronounce this name, Yevgeny Raskinsku, I don't know. Sounds great. A wonderful recording of an excellent classical piece. Excuse me. The only background, just like I just did, there's some person coughing during this thing. Makes me nuts. Hear audience coughing. They ought to have a row in the back of the concert hall. If you think you might sneeze or cough, sit here. But anyway, now here's a rarity. This is Bill Connor's a flexi disc, that was in Guitar Player magazine. And this is his take on Eric Clapton's Layla. It's going to be wonderful. I'm, of course, going to play it and transfer it into digital. And if it's got any static or other issues like that, I will remaster it and denoise it and get it just like I want. So I picked this up off of eBay. All right. 2 more to go. This, let me zoom out a little. This is an LP bootleg from way back. I'm not sure of the year. I don't see that there's a year here at all. But anyhow, these are recordings from the Mahavishnu Orchestra 71 and 72. And this particular bootleg was called Bundle Sunspray Demise. Give me a break. What does that even mean? But anyway, it's going to be interesting to listen to Mahavishnu Orchestra. And lastly, as those of you know, I sing all kind of different songs, all kind of different genres. And one of the genres I like to sing is good old-time gospel. So I found this release, Disciples Quartet, Walk, Talk, Sing. I may have talked about how I already bought this once before. The reason I bought this one as well is my cousin here, Roy Wilson, he also signed it. Now, to me, Roy's long gone, but to me, that was really precious to have my cousin's signature on one of his very limited release LPs. I used to hook up online and through mail and whatnot, and talk with his wife, Betty, and she used to send me a lot of his recordings. But there are still some out there that I'm yet to find. So I've always got a look for notify me thing on eBay if anything by the Disciples Quartet or the Victors or Roy Wilson pops up in a listing. And that's how I find these things. And I jump right on them and buy them up. Okay, as usual, including all this, I've got some more stuff on the way. So let me go hit the computer and I will show you what's on the way. Basically 4 CDs. All right, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I have bought yet again another copy of the Players CD release. And recently, I've gotten on a kick of listening to The Obsessed. This release, The Church Within, I used to have it. I used to listen to it over and over again. I got burned out and I sold the thing. Well, I've started listening to it again in digital files, and I'm like, this is really a strong release. Why did I sell it? Scott Weinrich is the mastermind behind this stoner rock band, and he plays mighty guitar and has great vocals, and his song compositions are really great. Other than the fact this band is very heavy and uses a whole lot of unison playing, the guitar and the bass perfectly matched together with the drums going crazy. They also use a lot of different scales and patterns that other bands like this do not use. A lot of whole tone scales reminiscent of Captain Beyond, and the songs just go all over the place, but they really hold together. All right, another CD on the way. No, here we go. No internet connection. Okay, I'm back. My computer burped for a minute. I just picked up this very rare Whoop Nash Lack of Education CD off of eBay. I believe it is still sealed new. Anybody knows anything about guitar players that play in the vein of Allan Holdsworth or Scott McGill, early Scott McGill, they will know about John Erickson and Whoop Nash. So that is on the way. Now, okay, I bought Steve Roach's The Passing just this morning. This is a very, very rare release by Steve Roach, and probably one of his most relaxing pieces ever. I only think he'd put like 500 out, and I think it marked the passing of his mother, which is why he released this. All right, well, that is the end of my discussion about all the good stuff I've been buying lately and stuff that's going to be for sale. And like I said, I'm going to put all of it online, the stuff for sale with links. The music you've been listening to on the back in the background is very rare, unreleased music by the late Hugh Ferguson. Ciao.